Did you know that you can build up a property portfolio with a very small pot of money? And even if you don't have any money, you can use someone else's money and you can recycle it to buy 10 houses. This is not just me that has done this. Many, many people have, including Jon Simpson.
I met an elderly gentleman. He gave me his son's house as a gift. He made me make a promise that you're going to do something with it. Now I have used that property, turned that into multiple properties, and I give families the option of purchasing properties for half price in 10 years to save them struggling.
I mean, I've never heard of anybody gifting a stranger a house.
I don't use cash to buy houses, I use houses to buy houses.
He is a property millionaire with 10 houses, completely financially free, and in this video he's going to explain exactly how he's done it, all the strategies, everything. It's here for free.
If you're feeling bad, have a day off, but just don't fall off. Remember the bigger picture. If you're 50 no's away from a yes, and the yes is going to change your life, how quickly do you want to be told no? If you want to be a millionaire, surround yourself with 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. If you're feeling nervous, that's where you need to be, because when you start feeling nervous, it's the other side of that. Everybody's trying. You're trying so hard, and everything's designed to take.
So hit a like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy hearing the remarkable story of my friend and student, Jon Simpson.
Hello and welcome to Samuel Leeds Success Stories. I'm your host, Patricia Masuda, and today we're sitting with my very good friend, Jon Simpson. Welcome, Jon.
Thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure and an honor. So I've known you for basically since you joined the academy, which was kind of maybe 9 months ago or so.
Yeah.
9-10 months ago. And I remember during our onboarding when I sat down with you, you had upgraded from light to full. Yep. So you went to the full package. And then as I was showing you the portal and the Build My Brand and the winners on a Wednesday, you said,
I've already done that.
I've already done that. So if nobody knows who Jon Simpson is, which there's probably a lot of people who already know Jon. So he was nicknamed the Compassionate Landlord. And why don't we tell everybody very briefly why that was? And but honestly, you guys have to watch his full Winners on a Wednesday, number 299. It was exceptional. I rewatched it again last night. I was so impressed. So Jon, maybe just a quick synopsis of what that was like and how you started.
Yeah, thank you. Very quickly, I met an elderly gentleman named Edward Booth in Lidl during COVID lockdown number 1. His son had sadly passed away. He gave me his son's house as a gift. He also gave me some money towards doing the house up. He made me make a promise. I wanted to buy it. He says, I'm going to give it to you. I want you to make me a promise that you're going to do something with it and that you won't forget your family. I said, yeah, I can honour that. And now I have used that property, turned that into multiple properties, and I give families the option of purchasing properties for half price in 10 years to save them struggling to try and save for a mortgage.
Yes. Incredible story. Very inspirational. I mean, I've never heard of anybody gifting a stranger, basically, a house. So, but after hanging out with you and getting to know you, we're basically attached at the hip, like you said, for the last 72 hours. And it's really not a surprise anymore that somebody would do this for somebody like you, because you really are just a really kind-hearted person, and I'm very glad to be called your friend now. So thanks, Jon.
Well, thank you.
And so when I was rewatching your Winners on a Wednesday with Samuel, just his gobsmacked face. Gobsmacked, by the way, is one of my favorite English terms. His face the whole time was like, I couldn't believe what he was hearing from you, which it takes, I think, a lot for Samuel to be thrown off of his game and just kind of be a little bit stunned by somebody else. Yeah. He's normally the one stunning us, right?
Yeah.
And so, so you had 10 properties. Well, you have 10 properties in your portfolio.
Yeah.
And so you do this strategy, which so again, just to repeat, you bring in a family. It's a buy to let. You give them the option. They have the option to purchase it in 10 years' time. Okay. With a fixed rent that never increases during the 10 years, and they get to buy it 10 years later at the original market price. So Correct. They essentially can use the equity as the down payment. And it's just insane to think about the hundreds of thousands of pounds per property of equity that you're probably leaving on the table and handing over to this family.
But they deserve it. So they're trying. They're trying to do. Everybody's trying. You're trying so hard, and everything's designed to take. You need one person to give, and that's what I'm going to do. I made a promise. I'm going to honor it.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible. It really is. So do you know what Samuel said when you told him this strategy 9 months ago when you filmed your Winners on a Wednesday?
I think his reaction originally was, "Wow,
And
you've got me."
And then he was so inspired by you that he pledged to do that with 10 of his properties.
Yeah, he's a good man. He's so compassionate, though.
Yeah.
You might not see it sometimes on the video on the social media, but when you get to know Samuel, he's got just as big a heart as me, if not bigger.
I know you guys are definitely cut from the same cloth. I messaged Samuel last night and I'm like, oh, so I just rewatched this and you pledged to do this. Did you do it? And he said, yeah, he's done it with 2 already. He's in the process of doing it. He's like, it's not as easy, but he is working on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Really? Yeah. Yeah. So he's doing it.
He's a good man.
So well done. And I think hopefully you'll inspire other people. I certainly am inspired by that.
Brilliant.
Okay. So let's rewind a little bit if that's okay. So again,
Yeah.
for all the viewers, please watch 299 Winners on a Wednesday. Get the whole story of Jon Simpson. We're not going to do a full repeat here because that's a story unto itself. Let's talk a little bit about what kind of you were doing beforehand. And again, why don't you tell your story about beforehand?
Before property,
Yeah.
again, this is obviously on the Winners on a Wednesday. Originally, I wanted to get in the RAF, Royal Air Force. I had brain damage, couldn't get into the Royal Air Force, failed the medical, went on to uni, graduated with an accounting finance degree, went on to being an accountant. And then COVID hit, made redundant, gifted the house, straight into property. But a very good friend of mine, Simon, again, 299 Winners on a Wednesday, I mentioned him, took me under his wing, taught me how to fit bathrooms. And then we went on to do full refurbs, basically. Now I've got a refurb company. I've got very loyal tradesmen who I work with. They're all good. I've got a very good friend of mine, Sam. He does all my electrics. Good friend of mine, Dan. He does the kitchens for me. Then obviously Simon. Simon will never leave me. Like, we are joined at the hip when it comes to the trade stuff. So I'm on that. So that takes me up to the property stuff. But then as of the training, when I first came down to do the training, since then I've been financially free because of what Samuel taught me.
So what are you doing it all for? Because you were telling me earlier you don't want the mansions and the Lamborghinis.
Yeah. I want the freedom that money brings. But the goal isn't to be extraordinarily rich. I want to be able to take the kids on holiday when it gets to half term. I've got this analogy that I like to use. I've got a full cup. If I can give 25% to 4 people, I've now impacted 4 lives because I've got the knowledge and the drive to fill my cup back up. So then if I can impact 4 lives and I can help them take their kids on holiday and stuff, I get a sense of purpose and fulfillment from that more than going out and making money. I like to make money. I want them holidays and everything, and I've got the drive to go and get it. But the money isn't the driving force. If that makes sense in my head, it makes sense to me, but I can't express it in enough words to make people think, well, you can't do anything without money. So, am I making sense?
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mentioned you had 3 kids. You have 3
Yeah.
kids. Yeah. What are their names?
I've got Tyler. He's 14. Lorna Ray, 12. And Lily, 6.
I met Lily.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we carpooled down from the north down to Heathrow a couple days ago. She's really cute. What did she say when you opened the door to introduce me? And she said, "You're really pretty and you're really nice," or something.
Yeah. So, and
I was
hi,
like,
you're really pretty, and then yeah, she.
and then I
get
fell
the
in love with her
compassion
right
from Lily.
away.
All
She's
3 kids.
definitely a mini you, that's for sure.
All 3 kids made me to me.
Oh, that's
Because
really
when you
nice.
become a parent, you don't know who you are until you become a parent, because now you've got little eyes watching.
Yeah, that's true. You've got big responsibility being a parent, right?
Your kids always inspire you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think you'd be here today if you didn't have kids?
I don't know, because everything that life happens to you. and it puts you exactly where you're meant to be at the right time with the right people. Everything that you go through is exactly where you should be. And then at that point, whenever something happens, you've got two paths. I'll go down this path or this path. So the opportunity might have presented itself. I might have thought different. But no, the original plan without the brain damage was to go in the RAF. I wouldn't have even been in the country. The idea was to go get based in Cyprus and just be sipping beer, having the beer belly. I've got the belly, not the RAF.
Well, I remember from your interview with Samuel when you were talking about these having these houses, and we'll talk a little bit later about how you're able to get all these houses, that you would, put the tenants in and you would give them the opportunity. And what really struck me was your concern for men's mental health. And I think it was a really valid point to be able to give these men who maybe would have not had the opportunity to be a homeowner, to give them that option in a no-brainer way, right? As long as they were going to pay the rent on time. And then that would give them a sense of ownership throughout the 10 years. And then the option to purchase it for, like you said, half the price, right? Which is incredible.
Yeah.
And so I was curious, have you struggled with mental health before?
Yeah, I think we all have to some degree. Like, whether it be anxiety, depression, stress.
Yeah.
Like anxiety and stress are mind-made. Like, you think yourself into a scenario. A lot of the times it's hypothetical, and you'll think yourself into the state of being somewhere bad, and then you'll put yourself into depression. I'm not saying it's not a thing, because it absolutely is.
Yeah.
But to try and get in control of your mind and recognise when you're facing a mental health problem is a big thing. And yeah, the short answer is yeah, I've struggled massively, mainly because of financial stuff. There's a pressure. There's a whole thing that comes, a stigma that a man has to provide and protect his family. And when you're trying your hardest but you don't feel like you're getting anywhere, it's a bit soul destroying, and it's hard to keep going. So I've come up with another analogy, quite like analogies, and I've been saying to people very, very recently is it's okay to have a day off. If you're feeling bad, have a day off. It's okay to have a week off if the day wasn't enough, but just don't fall off. Remember the bigger picture. Your head will fall off from time to time. It will do, as a man, as a woman, whatever you're going through. Typically, as a young man, I can speak as a young man because that's when it happened the most, because you're trying to find who you are in a society where I need a job. I'm trained to get a job. Society's taught me I need a job. Okay. So you apply for a job. And then the people say, what experience have you got? And you say, well, none. Can't give you the job. Well, how you meant get the experience? So then you've got this soul-destroying thing, and you start thinking, oh, what's the point of me trying and getting knocked back? If you're 50 no's away from a yes, and the yes is going to change your life, how quickly do you want to be told no?
Yeah. So what are some tips that you might be able to offer somebody who might be struggling? How can we manage, the day-to-day stresses?
Okay. First of all, surround yourself with who you want to be. Everybody needs a mentor. Mine is Samuel. He's a good husband to Amanda. He's a good dad to the kids. He's a good coach to all the academy members. So he's my mentor. Everybody needs a mentor, whether it be Dave from down the pub, or it be your boss at work. If you aspire to be so, both of my granddads, very, very good men. From my granddad, he went down to my dad. Very good man. He's got good hearts. If I can be half of them, then I know that I'm making it. Does that make sense? So they are my mentors without them knowing it. Look at who you around. Who do you want to be? So when your mental health's going that way, what would my granddad do? Surround yourself with who you want to be, because if you're surrounding yourself with if you want to be a millionaire, surround yourself with 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. If you want to be an alcoholic, surround yourself with 5 alcoholics and you'll be the 6th. Right. I wouldn't advise that one. But you get the point. If you want to be happy, Don't sit around in a room with 5 depressed people. Surround yourself with Patricia. Do you know what I mean? If you want to be happy and you're feeling down, get in a room full of happy people. It's hard. There's no easy answer. That's why I'm like hesitant on giving that answer, because there's no easy, quick fix for mental health.
Right.
It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Because your brain's attached to you. You can't. There's no running away from it. And you're going to overthink yourself into hypothetical situations. And what you've got to do is recognise when you're overthinking, what can I control? What can't I control? And once you're aware that I'm overthinking, let it go by. Let it just pass by you like a cloud. Stop overthinking. Be present. Think about like how do the jeans feel? What's the temperature in the room like? Try and bring yourself back to the present. So yesterday, history. Tomorrow, mystery. The only thing that is right now that we're absolutely guaranteed is this moment in time while you're watching the video. So we're only guaranteed right now the present. Be present at times. And this links me back to the promise I made, Ted.
Yeah.
I'm paying it forward. I'm doing something with it. But that second half of the promise, I forget this all the time. I keep forgetting my family. So I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to be more present, because when I'm on the phone, mental health as well, social media. So when I sit at home doom scrolling, because it's a habit, a really bad habit that I've got, loads of people have got it. You open up Instagram, you scroll, you just keep scrolling. Meantime, my kids have gone from being this big to this big. Tyler's taller than me.
He's
Not
tall.
that it's hard, I'm 5'4". He's a big lad. Tyler's taller than me. But I remember when he was this big, then all of a sudden he's smacking his head on a door frame. It goes by in the blink of an eye because I haven't been present. I'm still not present. And I'm preaching something. And I believe the more you preach something, the more you start practicing it, because it reinforces it in your brain. Does that make sense?
So how can you be more present with your family?
Put your phone away. Give yourself the time. So even if it's an hour a day, and it was, right, I'm going to get home, I'm going to have a shower. I'll get home from work 5:30, I'm going to have the shower. We'll sit down together from 6:30 till 7:30. That's it. Uninterrupted family time. Tell me about your day. Tell me about your day, what you've been up to. Did you have a good day at school? Play a little game with the kids. No screen time, no nothing. Just be present. And I'm preaching that, and I don't do it. I don't do it like, I'm not making out I'm a saint, because I am far from perfect, but I'm working on it. And if I'm 1% better today than I was yesterday, and I'll be 1% better tomorrow, well, surely if my maths is right, 100 days I'm going to be 100% better.
Right.
So you just got to work at yourself a little bit. And the more present you are, you actually realise, geez, I love these people. Now this is the reason why. And when you find the reason why, that'll change your mental health again.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Okay, so let's talk about property.
Yeah.
So you are buying, you've bought 10 houses. You're completing on a house tomorrow.
Yep.
So that's your 10th. And you're buying and selling houses. That's why the number kind of goes like that, right?
Yeah.
So where are you getting the money to buy these houses?
I don't use cash to buy houses. It's kind of we call it in the academy the John Simpson Method. Because I don't use cash to buy houses. I use houses to buy houses.
And so, okay, why don't you explain that? How do you buy a house? How do you use a house to buy a house?
Okay, so when I made the promise to Ted that I'd do something with the first house, I ended up losing all the money that I'd remortgaged. So I had no money, but I did have a house. I went to a broker and I said, look, I want to buy this house. I haven't got a cash deposit, but what I have got is this house. I don't want to remortgage it because it's going to make my monthly payments go up. Is there any way that I can use this house to buy this one? Like, that's a deposit, a sort of thing. He's like, let's have a look into it. I had a look into it. Long story short, yeah, I did. I used the house as a deposit. I'm not going to try and educate people on this because it is risky. My loans are 100% plus. So I borrow every single penny to purchase a house plus the refurb. So I'll go from having no money in the bank, buying a house, and then having an extra £30,000 in the house in the bank. So when I purchase properties, I gain money.
Right.
Okay. And then when I remortgage, I'll repay the lender everything that I've borrowed, plus the interest. They're very expensive, so your figures have to stack. And then when I've refinanced and paid that back, I've then got a free house. I've generated a house out of thin air, and then it's just rinse and repeat, more of the same.
Wow, that's incredible. So do all mortgage brokers know how to do this? And I mean, why isn't everybody doing this then?
I can't.
Well, you
can't
did say
say
it's risky and it's expensive, so maybe that's why. But
yeah, well, bridging loans are expensive anyway,
Yeah.
regardless.
yeah,
I don't know if every broker knows about it.
Okay.
People might have heard of the concept. Like I'm not CMAP registered. I can't advise or anything. Not FCA registered or anything like that. I just know this is what I did. My broker, whenever I'm making introductions, I email. I say, "Hi mate, this is Patricia. She's interested in my method." Because he knows how I work. I don't have to explain it. You're just straight in. You understand it.
Yeah.
And then that's easy.
So I could call your broker and say, I'm friends with Jon Simpson. I've got this house. I want to buy that house. I don't want to remortgage that. Do your magic. And then your guy will know what to do.
Yeah, he's super fast. From the minute you email him,
Yeah.
about 45 minutes later, you could have an offer.
Wow. You do have a really good power team, both with the professionals, the legals, the mortgages, and as well as the trades team, right? You've got like all these really loyal people that watch your back. And I think it's probably a lot that you are a man of your word and you watch their back.
My people are my people.
So, okay, if you want to tell everybody about the phone call that you got in the car as I picked you up in Stoke, driving 3 hours down to Heathrow, and as we're just chatting, getting to know each other better, because we already knew each other, and then you get this phone call and you're like, okay, all right, thanks. You hang up and you kind of like, your energy level went down just a notch, and I'm like, what was that? And what happened during that phone call?
I got a call off an estate agent saying, "Hi John, sorry to let you know, but that house that you're like near enough completed on, the vendor sold it to somebody else. So yeah, we can't have your offer anymore." So obviously I was like, well, you heard how I was.
You're like,
was,
oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks. Bye. And then I was like, what? I was so mad. And then the skies opened up and God poured down all this hard rain and God was mad. And I was like, I don't understand. I'm like, and you're not freaking out? And you were even saying it's at the solicitor stage. And then just quickly, you just pinged a couple messages just to let your power team know immediately, right? And so how come you weren't furious about that, losing that opportunity? It was a great deal. And that vendor called you for your help, and you stepped in and said, yeah, I can complete in 3 weeks. And that was a week ago. And then they pull the rug underneath from you. Why doesn't that infuriate you?
Well, she needed Sally because she needed the money, and she's got the money, so she's won, hasn't she, really? She needed Sally. I don't need to buy it. There's an abundance of houses. Just buy another one. Why stress over something you can't control? It's done. Just me having, if I'm going to spend the energy on, me spending the energy on being negative about them doing that, I'm still not going to buy the house. The house is gone, so okay, next one.
Yeah.
Same, the opposite side of the fence as well. Like, if you have a victory, you see some money land in your bank, you say, oh yeah, brilliant, screenshot, save it, put it away, move on to the next.
And then I was like, well, are you out of pocket? And you're like, not yet. And I'm like, but your power team started working on it, your mortgage broker and your solicitor, are they going to charge you? And you said, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
And then like a minute later, you look at your phone again and you're like, oh, it's the message from the solicitor. And what did the solicitor say?
Yeah, that's a shame, John. On to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah, no charge.
And that's just, honestly, again, it comes down to the kind of person you are. And now we have you on our team. So if anybody doesn't know, Jon Simpson is now our 6th Academy coach. So you're doing onboarding. You're working hard this week doing onboarding and accountability calls. You're going to do check-in calls for the Academy team. Why did you want to join Samuel's team?
The main reason, I just like helping people. But Samuel says that I can't say that.
Why?
Because I try to help everybody, and he says the thing is, like, it's okay to help everybody, but just let people know how successful you are first. because I'm more bothered about them than me. It's not that he says you can't help people. Like I say, he's the most compassionate person ever. But when he's saying, let people know how successful you are in property and help people additionally. Let them know who John is rather than just helping. So, yeah, that's the reason I want to be on a team, because I believe I can add value mentally, I think. So doing the accountability calls, helping you achieve your goals. Like I said, if your head will fall off from time to time, if I can speak to you and just set you back on the right path, that's the main thing. I just want to help people more, and I think being part of the team, I love the environment. I live for the property world. Like it's more like family. I'd see it as like I'm just I come down to the academy, and everyone's just so friendly and everything, and everybody thinks the same, and you get this environment where everybody's just like-minded. They want the same as what you want. Yeah, I couldn't have thought of anything better. I'm a bit taken back, to be honest, that I got asked, because I've only been on the academy 9-10 months or whatever it is. So,
yeah. Well, that's the beauty about Samuel, right? So when he sees people really putting an effort in, trying, giving back, giving value, being positive, having strong energy, then he resonates with personalities like that. And then he just, all he wants to do is see you win. And he's going to be part of that. I remember when I joined the academy, and he was very keen on, how I was doing, what I needed help with. And I remember him saying to me, I know you're going to be successful, so I want to be part of that journey. Right? And I thought, wow, that's cool. Now I really have to do my very best. If somebody like him is going to put effort into me, then it would be rude not to push yourself as far as you can for him, right?
Yeah.
And for yourself. And, the development is amazing. Do you feel like maybe, are you worried that your kindness might be an opportunity for other people to take advantage of you? Are you worried about
kindness
that?
mistaken for weakness. I'll always lead with my hand first. You've heard the expression, you don't bite a hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
Yeah, lead with your hand. Like some people don't know how to ask for help. So offer it when it doesn't need to be offered, just offer. And if energy is reciprocated, it's a good word. I struggled for ages to learn how to say that word.
Reciprocated.
Yeah. Steph sat with me. Steph's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Fiance. Sorry. So Steph, my fiance, we sat together for ages, and she was going reciprocated, and I'm like reciprocated. So I got reciprocated.
You nailed it.
When the energy is reciprocated, well, now you formed a relationship. But if everybody's standoffish and no one wants to lead first, I don't. Kindness might be mistaken for weakness, maybe, but I don't care.
What kind of tips could you give somebody who might be a little bit shy or intimidated?
Ooh. So, we all have a comfort zone. The growth is the other side of stepping out of your comfort zone. Yeah? So, our comfort zone is this big. You need to get to the other side, so you've got to step out of it. So, you've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's one of the favourite things that I've ever seen on the Samuel Leeds stage. He stands by on the stage all the time. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
After you get comfortable being uncomfortable, so if you're a little bit shy, speak to one person. Speak to one person. Be 1% better today than you were yesterday. So you're going to get comfortable. After you're getting comfortable at speaking to that one person, well, you realise I've done that once. Done it once. Now the next day I'll do it to 2. So now I'm getting competent at starting to talk to people. So that's comfortable, then you're going to get competent. After you become competent at starting to speak to people, striking up new conversations, you're going to get confident with it. So you're going to get comfortable, competent, confident. They're the 3 C's that I live by, because that's then going to successfully expand your comfort zone, and all of a sudden you're not shy. All of a sudden you're not shy anymore.
Yeah. And it is a struggle, because there's so many life skills that they don't teach us in school, like building your self-confidence, stepping outside of your comfort level, time management, money management. They don't teach us relationships. They don't teach us any of this stuff. These are life skills we need. And we leave school knowing what the capital of Bulgaria was, right? So why don't we focus on what's going to make us successful human beings? So that's one of the biggest things that I've gotten out of the academy, as well as stepping outside of your comfort zone. What's the most recent scary thing that you did?
I'm a bit strange. So when we say comfort zone, if I'm not living outside the comfort zone, like if I feel a bit of fear, it's like, just do it. So if you're feeling nervous, you just got, because that's where you need to be, because when you start feeling nervous, it's the other side of that. Like people don't think when they speak to me that I don't get nervous. Here we're just about to start the interview. I'm feeling nerves because I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, because this doesn't engage with this. And then I'm thinking, oh no, I just said that. I shouldn't have said that. Most scary recent thing. When Samuel gets me on the stage, that was the one. ACPM, High Flyers Club. Get the phone call. John, would you be the speaker at the ACPM? Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Thinking, it's just a room full of friends. We're there. Russell will be there. Samuel might be there. I'm thinking, I'll just pretend they aren't. But anyway, get there. Samuel's there. I'm thinking, oh no. I've now got to do a speech about the John Simpson Method in front of these legends. Oh yeah, my heart was racing. And then I start talking, and Samuel's giving, like when he's interested in what you're saying, he does this.
Yeah.
And he was frowning at me.
It's a weird look, because you're like, is he mad? Is he confused?
I'm thinking he wants to fight me. I'm thinking he's been training, and I know he's going to the Sunday social. I'm thinking he's going to try to take me outside and do some boxing. So that's probably stepping out of my comfort zone then. Yeah. Because I suffer with massive imposter syndrome. Everyone will see me and they say, "Oh, it's John from Stoke who's broke." Yeah, they used to call me John from Stoke who's broke. It's just a funny little thing.
It's cute,
but I've had to drop the broke now, so it's just John from Stoke.
Yeah.
But when people see me and it's John from Stoke, and it's like, it's just strange because people think so highly of me. But I think it's just because I'm authentic.
You are very authentic.
Yeah, I'm just raw and uncut.
Yeah.
Gets me in trouble sometimes.
And you're hilarious. It gets you in trouble. And so let's talk about Stoke. So you're from Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah, it's God's country. Yeah.
God's country. Beautiful. I had the pleasure of attending your inner circle. I think Anthony Wilmot was the guest speaker there. He was brilliant. And so why did you want to be an inner circle leader?
Again, giving back. It's networking. Your network is your net worth. It's a very if you were around 5 millionaires, you'd be the sixth. We've already covered that bit. So if I can put it in Stoke and attract people, like Stoke's like, it's literally the heart of the place. You've got Manchester here, Birmingham here, Sheffield, Derby, Leicester, Chester, Liverpool. Everything's close to Stoke. Yeah. Like it could be the centre hub for everything. And I figured like if I open up the inner circle, it just allows like-minded people to get together. I've had a lot of friends from Stoke who've come along. Obviously, they come along, pay for the ticket, come along, just join, see what it's all about.
Right.
And then when you're in that environment, I think it'd be a bit offensive for me to have experienced this environment and achieve everything that I've achieved and not try and pay it forward. So yeah, that's the reason I wanted to be just the same as getting on the team. I just want to pay everything forward. It's I want to enable people to grow the way that I've grown.
So just circling back to your kids then, because again, you want to make a difference one human being at a time. You want to pay it forward. Ted gave you this amazing opportunity, so you want to honor him and continue that, which is great. What if your kids 10 years later says, "Dad, you had an opportunity to make an absolute fortune and you didn't. Why? What about us?" Like how do you help your kids understand the mission over the money?
Okay. It's always people over profit. but profit is required. I'm not daft. I'm a businessman. I understand profit is required, but it's people first all the time. My kids know that, so I'll give you an example. It was Lily's parents' evening, and the teacher said to Steph, I couldn't make it. I was working because I wasn't being present. So I was working, and Steph said, Lily's doing well in class and that and this and that and the other. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm proud of that. But then what the teacher also said is there's some children in the class who've got like additional needs, and she takes it upon herself every day to help the kids go and get the dinner. To go and get the dinner for them, sits with them, make sure that they're okay, gets the things for them. She was 5 at the time. A 5-year-old kid choosing to do that, that's what I'm proud of. So if they can carry that through, Tyler, most kind-hearted lad you've seen. Like, typical 13-year-old, don't want to get dressed, just wants to play his games, but he's like, so down to earth, got my sense of humour, thankfully. He's lovely, got compassion, do anything for anybody. Lana Ray, exactly the same. Like, I'm hoping it carries on. Lana Ray's at that age now. She's at a crossroads. She's at a path now. She's 12. She can either start going this way or she can go this way. Either way, it's her choice. But she's still got a good heart on either of the paths because it's her character. It's always been the same. Every one of the kids is the same. I think I'm succeeding, and I'll only know when it comes to when they get older and they have kids, how often they come and see me.
Yeah.
Because when I'm a lonely old man,
you're not going to be a lonely old man. Steph is hot and young, and she's standing by your side, so you'll never be a lonely old man.
Yeah, to be fair, when we move house, I'm going to build myself my very own doghouse, so that if I ever make her mad, she can put me in the doghouse.
You're going to build your own doghouse.
That's it.
That's great. Okay, so Inner Circle leader, and you are a spotlight speaker. So you have been traveling all over the UK, speaking at more inner circles than I've been to, and I've been to a lot. What's the top 3 benefits that you get from speaking to people?
I don't think about what I get. I think about what I'm giving. Is it the same? Is it different? I don't know. Am I normal? Am I not normal? Should I be thinking about myself first? Because I'm not going with the intention of gaining anything. What I want to do is go and share the John Simpson method. You might have equity in a house. You might be in a position where you can't remortgage. You can't afford to remortgage. And you need to use this house to buy another house. You really want to get into property. You might have people around you who own property, who want to get into property and don't know how. And if I can go down and say, listen, you can use this property to buy that property. No money's needed. If I can pass that on and people can start knowing the John Simpson method and know that anything's possible. I'm John from Stoke, a little idiot. If I can do it.
You're so funny.
If I can do it, they can do it.
Right. And that's how I feel too, right? I'm like, I'm just a human being. If I can do these things, anybody can do it. And I'm going to try my very best to help them any way I can, right? This is why I love being a coach as well, right? I just want to be there for them, make those accountability calls and tell them, just keep going, because it is hard, right?
Yeah, it's hard, but like I've already said it once on the video already, is get told no 50 times and you're waiting for your first yes that's going to change your life. How quickly do you want to be told no? You have to hold on to that, knowing that the yes is coming.
Yeah.
Because if you get told no 15 times, it is damaging. It's bad for morale and everything. You've got to keep going. It is hard.
It is hard. And it's amazing what kindness translates to. It's almost its own currency, isn't it? I mean, you mentioned Nathan Lamb. We have to give a strong shout out to Mr. Nathan Lamb, right?
Yeah, big up Nathan.
Big up Nathan. He's such a wonderful person. I got to know him a little bit better during the Samuel's property portfolio tour. And, after the first day, his brother wasn't doing well in the hospital. So he had to actually leave we just Ubered him straight to the hospital. And he got to spend the last few days with his brother. But when I rewatched your Winners on a Wednesday, and you mentioned that you were sleeping in your
Van.
van at a Samuel Leeds event because you didn't have any more cash for the hotels. And I speak to Academy members all the time who are like, I'm like, are you going to finish your live training? And they're like, no, I can't afford to get down there and stay in a hotel for 4 days. And so because of your personality and your kindness, 2 people offered to share their hotel rooms with you.
Yeah. So I took Nathan's offer, shared the bed. We built the pillow wall.
Did you know him beforehand or did you meet him at the course?
Oh no, I met him on the course. Yeah, met him on the course. So it was Narelle first.
Yes.
Narelle said, yeah,
big up Narelle too,
yeah,
right?
big up Narelle. She offered me the floor in Premier.
Yeah. Which is huge for a woman to offer a stranger who's a man.
Yeah, but I'm a 5'4", so there's not really a threat.
But I mean, she's tougher than you, anyways,
Yeah,
right?
she
When
just
he's on
threw me out
Narelle.
the window.
But I thought that was so wonderful, and you know, like, and then you formed this great relationship with Nathan. He kept his eye on you. You helped him, and then he sent a message to Samuel, and here you are. You know.
Yeah, I owe everything to Nathan. But I'm with him from start to end now. Whatever he needs, I've got him. I'm working with him all the time. We're really good friends.
Yeah, great.
He's a really kindness. He'll lead first, and he does everything in the shadows.
Yeah, he does. He's
not like a weirdo. he just does everything. He'll be on social media. He's active on social media. Like I poured a bit of knowledge into him regarding building work. Obviously, what I thingy, and then he's formed this power team. He's surpassed me. He's doing HMOs. He's doing 3 at a time. Honestly, he's killing it.
He's on fire. Yeah.
He's killing it, but he does it in the shadows. He's like what do they call him? Like silent assassin. He's just there, so he is doing really well.
Yeah. So your impact on the Academy has been so positive. And so what do you see in the future with your relationship with the Academy, and also what do you see in the future? What is your portfolio going to look like? Let's start with the Academy. You've just walked in this week, right?
Yeah. So on the team, each year as it comes. Only today's guaranteed. So I'm happy today. Tomorrow I'll be happy. Keep going. I'm just going to be on it forever. Like it's daft not to be. Like I'm with people who all think the same as me. I've got business partners, friends, the whole relationship, the whole environment. It does something to you. Like you go in that environment and it's electric. You can feel the room. Like it sounds strange to say, and like anybody watching it who hasn't been in that environment, they won't understand what I'm saying. But when everyone's got the same energy and thinking the same, and it's mad that the feeling. I hope that feeling never ever goes away. But the portfolio that's going to come of it, I'll just keep buying houses.
I'll just keep buying houses.
Just keep buying, because once you know how.
Yep.
So Samuel said to me, like, you could take away all of his assets. He'd sooner you take away all of the assets than take away his knowledge.
Right.
Which is the same as my analogy about the cup.
Yeah.
I'll pour 25% into 4 different people and my cup will be empty. But because I've got the knowledge, I know how to refill the cup. I know how to grow and help. My short-term goal was to join the Academy and to help as many people as possible. But then recently I've been feeling like a fish in a puddle. I'm splashing around, I'm jumping from Stoke, I'm making a lot of noise, but I'm not going anywhere. And then I'm thinking, hold on. Remember who you are, remember what you did. Go buy something. So now I'm trying to scale, I'm trying to go down this route, that route. I'm starting work with my friends. They pointed me down the social housing route. Again, I got big up Samuel. He's a good man. He stood by what I believe is true, not giving up the hotel for the illegal immigrants. Very good man. And I'm like that. I'll go down social housing route, but I want to help in people who need independent living, help integrating back into society. They've had some mental health problems, women who were fleeing domestic violence, things like that. That kind of social housing, emergency housing. I understand there's a bit of a crisis with housing, so I'm trying to work with the council. Obviously doing my method, helping other people onto the property ladder. So I'm trying to scale different avenues, because you can only preach what you practice. And if I'm going to be a coach and people are asking me questions, I'm not going to say, "Oh yeah, but you should do this. You should focus on that." And be like, well, have you done it, John? No, I haven't done that. I never did it. So I'll only tell you what I did, and I'm going to lead by example. Lead and others will follow.
Yep. Great. Okay. Well, I mean, we could sit around and talk for ages, and we do sit around and talk for ages.
Yeah, I never stop. Yeah.
Well, you're just so fascinating, and I just really enjoy hanging out with, like-minded people who are here for more than just themselves, right? And that all stems from the top with Samuel, with Russell, Amanda, Anna, Sue, Tim, Tatiana, Jeremy, Ginny, Simon, everybody, and Anthony. And I just find that it is really energizing to be around people like that, people who inspire you. And like you said earlier, you want to be around people who you want to be like. And that makes a huge difference. So any final words of wisdom for our audience here?
The other side of risk is reward. When you're not part of this environment, you're going to see risk. Whereas us on this environment see opportunity. And you're only human to doubt yourself. But as long as the belief outweighs the doubt, it's a positive balance and the universe will reward it. So trust in yourself. Do what needs to be done and you'll be successful. Work the hardest you've ever worked and you'll have everything you ever wanted.
That's great. I love it. So if you haven't seen John's Winners on a Wednesday, it's number 299. Please do yourself a favor and watch it. Do you know how many views you've had on that video that aired in December, Christmas Day, 2024?
I don't know the views on the full one. I know on the short it surpassed 1 million.
Oh, really?
On the short, yeah.
Everybody
I'm
loves
all
shorts.
about having a bit of banter. And some of the comments, it was like I had a black t-shirt on. And I had dry skin, and you could see it on here, and some of the comments were like, you're affording all these houses, but you can't afford Head & Shoulders shampoo.
Well, your long format interview, which is about 40 minutes, has to date 9,300 views, which is huge. So well done. That's 9,300 people out there who have listened to your story. And
That's
again,
43 minutes they'll never get back.
You're so funny. I love it. So if you want to meet John, you have to meet John in person. Send him a message on Instagram. How can people reach you on Instagram?
It's Jon Simpson Official, Jon.
Jon Simpson Official. He's one of the nicest people you'll ever have the honor of meeting. Send him a message and he'll send you his guest pass for his inner circle in Stoke. It's monthly, and he's just such a lovely human being. I think, are you part Buddhist? I'm Buddhist. You've got to have some Buddhism in you, right?
Just the build.
Just the build. So thank you for spending the time with us, and thank you for being here this week and inspiring the newest Academy members. I was watching you when you were doing your onboarding, and the words that you were saying, I could see it hit people's souls as you were speaking. The short amount of time that you had with the handful of people, you have already made an impact on their lives. So I can't wait to see you thrive in this coaching position. And it has been a delight, actually, hands down, to hang out with you and to now become friends with you. So thank you for that. So yes, please reach out to my good friend Jon Simpson. Jon Simpson Official is his Instagram handle. Come see him at Stoke's Inner Circle, and he's just an amazing person. So thank you for spending the time with us.
Thank you. I'm not used to. I don't do well with people saying nice words of affirmation. It makes me feel a bit like.
And if you enjoyed hanging out with John today with me, please do tune back in on Sundays. Success stories. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Anything always helps the algorithm, as you know. Let's get this message out to everybody, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.